take your seats. We're about to begin this afternoon's session. I'll introduce you. You can come if you want. These questions here are the past questions. I will take it to my yes. Past questions. We'll have more questions for you, don't worry.
All right, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to move on. We've passed our 2 o'clock threshold. The rest of the diners will be joining us, I'm sure, very shortly. Before we move on, can I please ask you again just to complete the evaluation forms before you leave us today? A couple of minutes of your time would be greatly appreciated. Our next panel discussion, our third panel discussion for today, is focusing on facilitating Sharia-compliant investment flows through innovative products, structures, and channels. Your moderator for this session is Dr. Brian Shigar, Chief Executive Officer of Emirates NBD Singapore. Joining Dr. Shigar on stage, we have a replacement, unfortunately for Agus Yadar. We have Intan Shah Ikshan, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Samuel Asset Management. We have Arif Sultan, who is the Regional Director for Asia for Ideal Ratings. Fadl Imansha, Head of Investments, CIMB Principal Asset Management, Indonesia. And Mahmood Hussain, Chief Executive Officer and Co-Founder of Millennium Information Solution. Brian.
But Mahmood, you are in a position of strength. You come from a country where you have faced the challenges and I think overcome these challenges with such a high market penetration of Islamic banking in Bangladesh. It is certainly something to be proud of. Perhaps you can comment on how you achieved that level of penetration, number one, and how you managed to overcome the challenges. What are the lessons that we can learn, perhaps, from that? And your specialization, I know, is technology. And I think the application of technology is very critical for Islamic banking, because the screening process will be assisted and the monitoring process will be assisted by good technological systems, IT systems. So this is your forte, I know. Over to you, Pan.
Thank you, Dr. Shagar. Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you very much. It gives me immense pleasure to be over here and to talk about the success factor of Islamic finance in our country, and also talk about the technological aspects, how technology can augment the growth of Islamic finance and which can help a country like Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay. The main success reason I could see, number one, the government has been very much supportive. Government gave some special incentive to the Islamic banks, like they are having to keep less amount of SLR, statutory liquidity reserve, than the conventional one. That gives some kind of incentive to bankers to convert their entire bank to Islamic bank and to new bank to come under Islamic Sharia. That's one thing. Another thing is success of one bank who became the highest profit maker. Now all the banks, they want to convert totally themselves, most of them, to Islamic banking because profit is there. Because by the volume they are making profit actually. So this is the second answer that I'm giving. Third answer is we are investing a lot in the technology sector. Nowadays, a lot of foreign solutions are there, but as far as the Islamic banking solution goes, alhamdulillah, we started replacing foreign solution with our solution. That's a big achievement. We got the work order and we started doing it. I do believe that technology is a single most important factor which can bring paradigm shift with a minimal amount of time, within minimal amount of time. If we look at the fund flow activity of any financial institution with a holistic view, we all can see how vital role technology is playing today. It is actually making a difference why one bank is doing better than other. That's because of the adoption of appropriate technology and systems. I'll also talk about the challenges of Sharia, how technology can handle the thing. I think most of the practitioners over here, they will agree with me the fact that it requires much more automation as well as technology emphasis to make a real Sharia compliant systems which is competitive enough with the conventional system. I think you guys will agree. I will give you a few points and then you will see that how technology should play a role in making a real true Sharia compliant systems which is competitive enough with a conventional system. Now let's talk about real Sharia based profit calculation and distribution. It is the crux of Islamic banking and Islamic Sharia. And with this real profit sharing based, profit calculation distribution thing, this is where the major, changes with the conventional system. In Quran and Hadith and Sunnah, we have seen such a beautiful thing given to us. It's a godsend of Islamic finance. With this, we have the option of having different profit sharing ratio agreement within the same product. Suppose you are having one product and your friend is also subscribing that product. But within the same product, you can have different profit sharing ratio contract with the bank. This is really critical. It's not so easy. It requires a lot of computational power to do it, to do, profit calculation and posting. And it's completely different from conventional of doing thing. And if, attention is being given properly, there are systems available which can do this kind of detailed level of computation through technology. This is one example I'm giving. Then the next example, I would like to say that if we talk about fund, pool of fund to manage and to track under Islamic Sharia, in a conventional system, they don't need that thing. Suppose if we talk about restrictive mudaraba, somebody wants to invest, he wants to put money in the bank and he wants to tell the bank, my money has to be invested in such and such sector. Imagine how much computational need is there to track this fund, segregate the whole thing and allocate the whole thing and do the proper calculation. That's why you need unique system. A byproduct of conventional system will never ever work. Then another point I would like to make is, suppose, compensation calculation after the overdue period and they put the money of compensation to a charity account in time. Those things also are missing and that requires additional computing power. So there are varieties of examples I can give. Through that you can understand that embracing proper technology and systems is very, very vital and very, very important to have confidence among the client or customers who actually will then subscribe to your systems and then you will have volume client. And from there, you make tremendous profit, like Dr. Shakur was saying, to tell me about our success in our country. The biggest bank who is making highest profit in our country, that is the total end-to-end Islamic Sharia-based bank. And they have tremendous progress over the last decade. Think about microfinance, Islamic microfinance. We became the home of microfinance, and number of microfinance clients, it is the highest in our country, according to the global statistics. Another point I would like to make, that statistics show in our country, even the normal banking, within 5 or 10 years, it will be mainstream banking, inshallah. I would like to stop here.
That's very interesting indeed. Thank you for that. I think on that note, I would like to close this panel, and it has certainly been a very interesting discussion, and I must thank the panel members for their very informative and erudite comments. I think I have learned from their views and their comments, and I hope you, and I think you will agree, I found it equally enlightening. Thank you for staying behind to listen to us during this last sort of stage of the forum. And those who are returning to their home countries, I wish you all a very safe trip back. Thank you.